Oh my gosh, it has been a freaking day. I cannot even believe it. Let me tell you. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so as y'all know, I just moved into this new apartment. I absolutely love it. Well, my friend gave me a desktop computer so I could do editing, like for my auditions and content and things like that on my desktop because my laptop is a little bit old and I can really hear the wheels like spinning in that thing when I'm trying to export a video. So she gave me this desktop. Love it. So sweet of her. I'm very thankful. Well, last night I go to download an editing program and the computer wasn't updated because she hadn't used the desktop in like years. She just had it. So I update the system. You know, you go to system update in Apple and it's updating. It's taking a little while, but I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. 3 hours later, the computer updates. And then I go to log into the computer and it's just like something's wrong. Like I'm just like, what's going on here? It's like, it seems like something's not working. I was like, maybe my internet wasn't strong enough and now the update didn't fully get installed or like, it was just off, okay? The computer was just off. Let me tell you, it was weird. So I'm like trying to mess around with it. I can't connect to the internet, can't connect to like Bluetooth or anything like that. And I was like, okay, this is really odd. And I couldn't even get the Wi-Fi tab to come on the computer. So I take the desktop out of the office area and I bring it over to the modem. I plug it in directly. The internet works, but I still can't turn on the Wi-Fi. Things are just not working. So I'm like, okay, I maybe play around with it for like 2 hours and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave it. Maybe when I wake up, it'll be better. But I'm like, let me just book an appointment at the Genius Bar just in case something doesn't go right. So that option wasn't online. So I had to schedule an appointment with somebody on the phone. So I get the phone call. Mind you, I thought I had scheduled it for 9 a.m. No, my app scheduled it for 8 a.m. So I'm literally waking up, phone ringing. I'm like, hello. Yeah, no, like, hello. Like fully asleep. And I'm like, oh snap, this is the person from Apple. So I quickly get up, rush out to the computer. We are talking on the phone about what's going on with it. She was like, oh, the update isn't compatible with your computer because it's an older computer. But I was like, well, then why would it let me download it on the computer if it's not compatible with the computer? You know, it doesn't make sense to me. So she was like, oh, we can try to do a factory reset and try to reset the computer. I was like, okay, cool. Well, of course, the Apple keyboard that I would normally use for the computer is broken. So I'm using like this Windows one. And she didn't know what keys were applicable for, that's not the right word. She didn't know what keys would be useful for the factory reset buttons. Apparently it's Control R. I learned that at the Apple store, but we're gonna get there. So she can't help me reset the computer. So I'm like, can you book me an appointment at the Apple store? She's like, yes, they actually have one, like the store 15 minutes from you has one at 10:05. I said, okay, great. Let me get myself together and head down there. I'm heading down there. This is in one of the biggest malls in my area. Like, this mall is huge. It's like 4 levels, like hundreds of stores. And I hate this mall. I literally will never go to this mall, but I had to for this computer. So I get there and big box with me. I have the big box with me and I'm walking through the store trying to find the Apple store. I can't find the Apple store. And then I finally find it. I sit down. The lady was like, oh, hi, like, I'll be helping you. Okay, cool. We're doing tests. We're like trying to figure it out. And then she was like, did your friend upgrade this computer somehow? Like with like a software or something like that? I was like, I have no idea. Because then she was like, well, from the looks of it, it looks like she had something else installed on this computer to like improve its performance or something. I'm like, I don't know, but like I can call my friend and ask her. I call my friend and ask her. And she's like, oh yeah, I had it like upgraded or whatever. And I'm in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh. Because at this point, the woman is now factory resetting the computer and wiping the whole computer. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Like now I'm freaking out. And now I'm like, oh no. Like, I just felt bad because I was like, oh no. But my friend never told me. And like that she had it like upgraded, you know? Because I guess the upgrade that she got done on the computer allowed the computer to think it could handle the newest update for the system, which it couldn't. So I'm at the Apple Store. Hours are going by. We're resetting the computer. It's glitching out a little bit. It's updating and reloading and reloading and reloading. 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes of trying to get this. And the woman was like, oh, I don't know, if we can't get it to work, then you might not be able to use the computer. You might have to get we might have to look at different options. And I was like, but it worked yesterday, so could we just go back to the system that it was on before for it to work? She's like, yeah, we can do that, but let me just try, because I needed this editing software. Like, that was my main reason for updating this computer. So 2.5 hours go by. We're there, we're updating. At one point, she's like, I need to go on my 15-minute break. I'm like, yeah, girl, sounds good. Like, I'm gonna go. The computer had like a 35-minute update. So she goes on her break, whatever. She comes back, we're fumbling around with it for another like 20, 30 minutes. And then she goes, oh, I'm off soon. I have a weird habit of people always having to get off when they're helping me during an installation or something. People always need to take their breaks. I understand it, but like, so anyways, then we do one last thing, and she's like, this should work, and this should make it so you're able to update your computer and be able to download the software for your editing. I was like, okay, great. And now she's off. So she's like, I'm gonna have somebody else come and help you. When I tell you, like, this was like an older lady, senior lady at this location and in the company. She was great. When I tell you, this kid comes and he's a bro, he goes, yo, bro, what's up? I'm like, oh my gosh, the Lord is trying me, because I don't want the bro right now. I just need a man that's gonna get me to the business. I love a broy guy, but right now is just not the time for a bro. He's like dapping everybody up when he walked in, like he's so cool, so suave. I'm like, excuse me, sir, like, I just need your help right now, thank you. But I was nice, I didn't say that, but I was just in my head. And he was like, yeah, so I'm not too sure. He's like, let me take a little look at this. So what's going on? And I was like, clearly he wasn't debriefed. He didn't even look at the notes that she had put all in the pad. So he's like, oh, like, let me check the store. And he goes, oh, well, this computer, even if we update it, it's not compatible with the software that you're trying to download, because your computer's just too old. I'm surprised she didn't tell you this. I was like, she was great. I thought he was trying to throw shade at her. I was like, no. Like, she was great. She was really helpful. He's like, oh, yeah. She trained me. She's great. And I was like, in my head. And then this man has the audacity to be like, oh, maybe we can look at another option for you. I know we can get you a really good computer. Or I'm like, I just got this. Like, I'm not. Like, he was like, or maybe we can look at one of the refurbished ones that's a little bit more up to date so you can download the software. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, And then after I asked him, I was like, well, do you edit? Like, do you know of any other good ones from the Apple Store that I could use? He's like, oh, like, let me try a CapCut. And I was like, you mean the app for the phone? He's like, oh, yeah, but they have application for the computer. I think that one might be good. Let me take a look. And then he starts to download it. And I was like, okay, thank you for the recommendation, but can we just, like, wrap this up? Because now this is, like, hour 3.5 of me being at the Apple Store. And he goes, oh, yeah, no problem. Just unplugs the computer from the back. Doesn't even turn it off properly. I'm just like, so I asked him, I was like, will this mess with the system now that it's just been turned off that dramatically? He's like, oh no, just plug it in, it'll be fine. I'm like, okay, great. So 3.5 hours later, I'm leaving the Apple Store pretty much with no answers. But yes, she did fix the computer. The bro-y guy was no help and was quite just irked me. Like, I went there with a smile, I left with a frown, let me tell you. So I'm walking back to my car. This mall is freaking huge. I have this big ass box in my hand. I walk like 350 meters in the wrong direction, then have to turn around, go back in the other direction. Of course, the Apple Store, the bottom, the parking lot. But my ass is walking all the way around this mall because it's just like a maze. I get lost. So yes, I finally get to the car. And then when I get to my car, I open my door and I smack myself right in the face with the door. I'm just like, is the universe playing with me right now? Like, I legit cannot believe this. It has just been a day. It's been a day. And then I had to go to a doctor's appointment all the way on the other side of the city. Not even other side of the city, in a different town. Like, I had to drive like 40 minutes to a doctor's appointment, all for them to just write up a few things and say, okay, bye. And then I was trying to get to the gym, y'all, and I was like, ooh, let me get me a little sandwich, mind, body, set, whatever, change your mindset, change your outcome, whatever. No. I get a sandwich. Now my ass is completely full. It was supposed to be leg day. I get there. I'm really trying. I'm not a late workout person. I'm a wake up, eat, go to the gym right away. So I'm at the gym. It's leg day. Literally, you guys, I did 37 minutes and I said, I'm done. Like, I'm done. Because now it's like, almost 5. I'm about to hit rush hour to drive all the way back over the bridge to get back to mine. I was like, you know what? No, I'm not doing it. Oh my gosh. It's just been a day. Very first world problems, I know. But it just really hit me. So... Anyways, I'm home, I'm relaxing, I'm gonna watch a little Criminal Minds, and I'm gonna chill the hell out. So anyways, I hope y'all are having a great day. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.